Hello, Mets fan here in the Philippines. The Mets win. The Angels, this is the last game of the series. They scored 1 run on each game in the first inning. At that point, you lose your morale, especially with the Mets losing so many games. We are 12-22. If we would have swept them, we would not be in last place in the whole league, in the whole baseball. It would have been the Angels. So we're 12-22. The Angels are 13-22. I felt that we're a better team than them, even though we're worse than them right now. Holmes didn't disappoint. 1.69 ERA, a 4-2 record. He's like our top peak of highlights. I believe he has 3 wins out of the starters. And we, as a starting rotation, I believe have 6 wins total. That tells you how good he is. Kind of like a Tom Seaver type of season. And what I'm trying to say is, I believe Tom Seaver has so many wins in the bad seasons that the Mets had. Bo Bichette is picking it up. Juan Soto did strike out twice. He challenged a call. He didn't get overruled. Burley missed. Melendez got a hit. He's the leader right now in average of our starting lineup. I saw a meme. Not a meme. It's a reality. It's a truth that Rice and Judge have more home runs than the whole Mets starting lineup. But Vientos tried to change that with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, a 250 average now with a 737 OPS. He's now the 3rd highest in the team on the OPS with Soto and Melendez in the lead. At the beginning of the game, it was Bichette number 3. So that's an improvement on Vientos that got 2 hits, and also Bichette that also had 2 hits. I felt that Vientos was not going to do good because in his first at bat, I think he struck out. And I was already getting disappointed. Like I said, it's a season of disappointments that it deflates you anything that goes wrong, basically. Carson Bench, good cash, 1 hit. His average is the 2nd lowest now out of the roster. Maybe not the roster, the lineup. We'll say that the worst because Torrance is not actually a starter. He's batting 186, but I see some dim light probably in the last 9 games. He's been hitting now. Other players that I want to cover is we did bring in Brujan. I believe he came in the middle innings, unless the video that they were showing in the middle innings was actually from the start of the game. I thought that we were going to bring him in. Brujan, I believe he's better than Ibanez. I think that he should be the starter and Bichette should be the 3rd base. Try to put Brujan, I believe he only plays 2nd, but try to put somebody I feel better than Ibanez. Like I said, I used to go watch Ibanez in the minor leagues. Didn't really like him with the Round Rock Express. And I still don't like compared to other players. Now, if we look at our minor league system, AAA, we could say why we didn't bring these players. By the way, the Syracuse team won 5-0 yesterday. We haven't started today against the Rockies. And if you look at the lineup, it has decent hitters with average. Now, what do I think that we don't bring them up and we wait until someone is off waivers and pick them up so they could play? This is just my own personal opinion. I feel it's the fear that we bring them in, we gotta try to send them back to the minors, and they decide to go on waivers and they leave the team. Now we have to we gotta fill up that hole in AAA. It's basically like a hoarder. A hoarder will not let nothing go and they just keep it to themselves. Even though they get another thing, they already have something. If you look at our minor league, Ewing, 6-game hitting streak since he's been in AAA. Clifford is not doing good, 220 average. He did get a hit on that game. But if we look at other players that have major league experience, like Arroyo, he's batting 310 in the AAA team. Bay, they used to play for the Pirates, batting 322. Christian Pashy, that's batting 302. He played with the Athletics and the Braves. Singer, I think his career is minor league now that we signed Torrance for an extension, and we have Alvarez also. Unless one of them gets injured, he's the player that comes up. But as you can see, These players, we just keep them there even though they have good average and so on. The good thing is we brought Brujan. Now, when we try to send him down, he might elect free agency, so who knows? So we'll see what happens on that. Those are the minor league players that I am keeping an eye. They're batting good or they're prospects, because not everybody in the minor league system is a prospect. I would say about 50 to 60 in AAA are players that are trying to make it back, or just players that you have there to fill in the gaps. I know Duarte was the starting pitcher for Syracuse. I'm just speaking out loud right now, but he used to be a major leaguer, a relief pitcher. And the reason I wanted to bring him up is because his ERA is 2.45. Another relief pitcher that I think it was just pitching by committee on that game for the Syracuse team. But back to the major league team, Weaver, ever since he blew that game 3-4 games ago that he pitched, he got his fourth hold, 1.1, no runs. He did allow a hit, 3 strikeouts, so that's good. And then Rayleigh, he's one of our most consistent relief pitchers. He pitched 1 inning, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit. When it comes to our hitting, on the 3 games, all 3 games we got 7 hits each. 7 hits plus. I believe the middle game was 9 hits. The first game we got 7 hits. The last game is 7 hits, which is a good sign. But we're what I call a slap hitting team, or a non-home run team, that sometimes we don't see those things because they do not score. 5 runs is good. I believe we scored 4 in another game that we lost, and we got like 9 hits. In the other game, I forgot how many, we got 7 hits, but I forgot how many runs we got. But one thing that I like about this, I like Bo Bichette first. That's the first thing that I want to cover. But if you look at the other team, first inning, I believe that our pitcher Clay Holmes, and even Christian Scott, they had 15 plus pitches in the first inning. And some of them, one of them had 11 or 12 or 13 against the first hitter. Meaning all those pitches take a toll and you're not going to make it to far in the game. Well, I'll give an example. Clay Holmes, 99 pitches. He did make it to a 6.1, 6.2 innings. This time, Clay Holmes made it 6.2, but his pitching, the pitch count, let me see if I could find the pitch count on him. Hopefully I find it fast. 99 pitches, Clay Holmes. Wow, that's the one that I was saying. But Christian Scott, and they're taking so much of a toll that they're not reaching 6, 7, 8 innings. Even though they're doing decent now, it takes a toll. Even Peterson's not doing good. But by allowing that first inning, second inning, so many pitches, you're not going to make it far in the game either. And that's one thing that you have to look at. Our team is hitting, and that's making the other pitcher waste a lot of pitches that he's not going to make it far in the game. For example, this pitcher with the Angels, he made a 6.1, and he had how many pitches? Let me check on this one also. He had 110 pitches. Maybe that's the reason he went 6.1, 110. Clay Holmes, I think that's the most pitches he's done in the season, 99 pitches. So we also have to look at that when we're just getting hits. It's taking a toll on the other pitching, and that's good. Now, back to Bo Bichette. That's the reason I like Bo Bichette, but at the same time, he's swinging on the first pitch. He did hit a home run, I believe. I forgot what game, but in the last 4 games, he hit a home run on the first pitch. And you could see that he's swinging always on the first pitch. Once the other pitcher gets a hold of that, he's just going to throw something off that is not a fastball in the first pitch. Just keep focused on that, on the first pitch with Bo Bichette. Like I said, Soto challenged. I forgot who the other player challenged, and we wasted our other challenge, but we won, so it doesn't matter. Other key players, like I said, we had 7 hits. Beatty had a hit also. Vientos with those 2 hits. Bench and Melendez had a hit. And once again, I also saw this on a post on Facebook. Somebody said that Carlos Mendoza is constantly playing this lefty, righty, and righty. And I said it also, maybe that's the reason it popped up and I focused on that post. But Melendez got subbed, Slater came in, strikeout, 219 average. But that's all I got. We're facing the Rockies. The Rockies, I believe their best pitcher pitched against Atlanta, so that's good in one way. Hopefully we take 2 out of 3 or 3 out of the 3 games that we're facing them, and we move to the next team. Everything is hopeful right now, but we do have one of our good pitchers in there. I believe it's Freddie Peralta next, and I'm just going to double check on that. Oh, never mind. We have Brujan pitching game 1. So it's going to be probably pitching by committee, or Peterson being the second pitcher, since that's a tendency now that we like to do. Brujan on the first inning. Maybe they don't want Peterson to face the 1 through 3, be visible on that and last longer, having the 4 to 6 and then 7 or 9, and then go back to the starting rotation and face him like that, and probably have him. I don't know what the plan is, to be honest. But we have Brujan first game, so we're going to say Peterson. Peralta number 2, and the number 3 is going to be Scott against Quintana. And that's all I got. Hopefully you like my video. It's going to be super cold, I heard. Snowy. In there, according to the Mets broadcast. Not only that, 33% of our starting lineup is on the DL injured list. 33% of our announcers are also day-to-day with Keith Hernandez. So, it's not only the team's lineup with, Lindor, Roberts, and who's the other guy? And, Polanco. It's also in our booth with Keith Hernandez. So, it's a trickle-down effect what's happening. That's all I got. Thank you, and thank you for watching. Have a good day.